It's one of the lightest PCs on the market today. Say hello to the LG Gram. What's up, my friends? It's Ray back here, and today we're going to take a look at something very exciting, the brand new LG Gram. Now, I know what you're thinking, an LG laptop? When in the world did this happen? Honestly, I was just as shocked, and my reaction was really pretty similar to that when I first heard about it, but this Gram here is LG's first computer to ever hit the US of A. And let me tell you, they hit a home run with it. Now, laptops from LG are extremely popular in Korea, so I had really high hopes for this going in. As you've probably seen all over my social media accounts, I've been working a lot with this computer recently, and I think it's time that I shared a little bit more of it with you guys. The first thing you'll notice about this thing when you pick it up is how light it is. As the name suggests, it is one of the main selling points. The Gram is so light, it only weighs about 2 pounds. It's one of the lightest PCs on the market today. But don't let that fool you, this little guy is quite powerful. Now, when you're first searching up the Gram, you'll notice that it comes in 2 variants, a 13-inch and 14-inch model, but they both have crisp, full HD IPS displays. The best part here is that no matter what screen size you choose, the Gram still weighs exactly the same and is still half an inch thick, which is very impressive. Aside from the display though, the only major difference is that the high-end model sports an i7 processor as opposed to the others that use 5th generation 2.2 GHz i5 processors. The one that I have here is a champagne gold colored 13-inch model with an i5 processor, 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and 128 GB solid state drive, all of which are max specs across the board. Let me tell you though, I am completely satisfied with how the Gram performs. As you know, I produce a lot of videos, and this little guy can actually handle my video editing and graphic design needs. Although I did experience some hiccup and lagging at times, the overall performance is very impressive for such small laptop. I love it. When you first start up the Gram, you'll notice that it runs a signature edition of Windows 10, which means that there's no bloatware or anything else that will come on the PC, just the operating system. So it literally starts up in less than 5 seconds. Not to mention this thing runs completely silent. As far as battery life goes, LG claims you'll get about 7.5 hours on a single charge, but it really all comes down to what kind of settings you have. Personally, I got about 6 hours of use before battery saver mode kicked in. Don't forget, with Windows 10, apps run in the background, so that is something to keep in mind if your battery keeps draining quick. What I love the most about the Gram though is that despite how thin and light it is, build quality does not suffer. It truly feels like a premium device. Rather than aluminum like a MacBook, LG chose to use carbon and lithium magnesium to make the Gram. It feels great on your hands and certainly not cheap. The keyboard, however, is kinda different and will take some time to get used to. Being so thin, the keys are quite flat, so there may be a slight learning curve involved, but the keys overall feel really solid. The only other problem with the keyboard here is that the keys are not backlit, so if you're used to using your computer in the dark, you may want to keep that in mind. Being a longtime Mac user, the trackpad was actually a surprisingly an easy adjustment. I was very impressed with how well and how responsive the multi-touch gestures worked. It really was surprising that those same commands that I'm used to using on the Mac are kind of relevant here as well in the LG. As far as connectivity on this laptop goes, you'll find an HDMI port, a micro USB port, a micro SD card slot, a headphone jack, and 2 USB 3.0 ports on the sides. For such a small laptop, it sure does have a lot of connectivity options. Overall, I was really pleasantly surprised with the experience of the LG Gram. Being so thin and light, I didn't expect to get much more than some light tasks done with it. But being that it can also handle most video editing and graphic design tasks as well, I found the Gram to be a very versatile laptop that will certainly be a great addition to anyone's workflow. Although the Gram series of laptops are quite pricey, I can safely say that this performs and feels like a premium device that is truly worth the price of admission. Alrighty guys, so that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to leave a comment down in the comments box down below, letting me know what you think of the LG Gram. Do you like the design of this laptop? Do you think anything should have been changed about it? Do you think the specs could have been better? I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments box down below, and you can be featured at the end of one of my videos. Alrighty guys, so that's about it. Be sure to subscribe for much more coming your way because there's so much planned. I hope you guys will look forward to it. So until next time, peace.